Hey there, y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in. For Wisdom Wednesday, I will not be up here long. I actually was going to not do Wisdom Wednesday for this evening, but however, I need to say this. This is needed, especially during a lot. It's so many things that is going on. So many of you, whatever your occupations may be, if your education, your parents, you getting your students and I mean your kids and stuff ready, teachers, you getting ready to set up classrooms, you doing all these meetings. Other individuals that may have you may be a nurse, CNA, any mental health, whatever capacities. My glasses are creepy. Whatever capacities that you may be in, whatever work, even if you are a stay-at-home mom, because listen, that's work being a mother. If you're a stay-at-home father, it's work. It's work. It's work. It's work. So come on in. If you're a leader, pastor, you don't even have to be a leader of a church, just a leader in general. Um, this is for in this segment, really any segment I do is for anybody, but I really want you to hone into what I'm getting ready to say about this evening. And that was one of the reasons why I was not going to do Wisdom Wednesday on this evening. But I wanted to give you this word of encouragement to any of you, no matter what you may be going through, what you may be doing. There's 24 hours in a day. There's 24 hours in a day. We all have the same 24 hours. Some of us have so many different tasks, different hats, different things that we wear, and I need to make sure that I get this out to you all. Sometimes, it can just be that you're trying to do so many things for so many people, but you have to take the time out for yourself. However it may be, you have to rest. And I've been, stealing away a lot over the last 1 or 2 years in general, but I'm finding myself more even doing it more, because let me tell you, if you do not take care of yourself, and I tell people this all the time, if you don't rest, I don't care if you're not doing nothing. I mean, I wish you could see my inboxes, my emails, just different things. And you have to understand, and I tell people, you have to know how to balance. Just because your inbox is going off, your telephone is ringing, listen, certain times, and sometimes people, they're not mindful of when they may email or when they may message you. And it's all right. I have a certain time that my notifications are on do not disturb. And it's for a reason. My weekends, not unless I schedule things to do on my own, are really for my family, for myself, the things I may want to do, some church things, just different stuff. Because what happens is sometimes people can be so concerned about what they want you to do and what they may need you to do. But if you don't learn that no is a complete sentence. And I tell this to my clients, I tell this when I'm coaching, because people will wear you out, especially if they think, yeah, well, I can go to this, I can go ask Dr. Perkins, I can go and ask, and this says, well, let me reach out and this. But oftentimes, those same people won't reach out and say, do you need, or how are you, or let me send you this or this. They're reaching out for, can I have, can you do, can this, that, and the other. And so you have to be listen, for the last few years I've said that is, be unapologetic about your no, about being who you are, just in general. Because if you don't take the time to make sure that you are together, as much as you may be doing, you the mother, or you the father, you the auntie, you the grandma, you doing everything at work, you doing this over here, you may be married, you may have a significant other, whatever, on your job, you're a leader at church, whatever the case may be. And let me tell you something, no one's title or what position they may have is bigger than the other. Just because you may be running a bit, just because I may be running a business or businesses and have a lot of different things going on, does not mean that you just being, whether you stay at home, whether you just got a job, or whether you just you just have a hobby and you just don't do nothing, does not mean that you do not need the time for you to rest as well. Do not allow people to always pour on you without you filling your cup or you getting filled. You have to start off your day with certain things that will fill your cup, whether it's a devotion, prayer. I do them all. Listen to some motivational speaking. Yeah, I'm a motivational speaker. I do a lot of things, but I make sure I get myself poured into. Because if you do not take the time out that you need, you're not going to be no good for nobody else. It's time out for you sometimes feeling obligated to say yes, just because it may be your mom or your dad or your daughter that's asking, or your grandmama or your pastor or your leader or your job, your boss, or whatever the case may be. Because what happens, guess what? And I've dealt with it for years. People know that Dr. Perkins, people know that Shonda, I'm gonna get the job done. You give me a task, you ask me to do, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it with perfection because that's who I am. That's what I mean. It's organized. It ain't gonna be wayward. It's gonna be done like it's supposed to be because that's my makeup. However, now, you may come and you may ask, and if I have an opinion or well, no, we might not need to do it this way because of this, that, and the other. That's why I love what I do in my careers, even as a business, because my voice matters. My whatever I may want have to say about the consideration is, well, Dr. Perkins, well, how do you want it done? Well, you do it however you see fit, or whatever the case may be. You understand? You have to learn how to rest, y'all. You have to, and I know some of you, especially over this last few weeks or whatever. I mean, I have a lot of things. I'm very balanced, but I have been resting. And so if you have not received a message or email back, or if you have reached out or you've messaged me 8, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever, and I have not responded, do know that I will respond, because this is what happens. I've been in the past, when you respond to people and you let them know, well, this, that, I'm doing this, that, and the other, I respond to you. Few, they keep want to ask questions. They're not respectful of your time. You understand? My time is precious. It is. It is. That's why I schedule meetings I have with my clients. Everybody has their own uninterrupted time. It's different things, because my calendar not only helps me get straight, I get to rest, pencil me in between, and work, and then be efficient for my meetings, my clients, whatever else, in my family and everything else. I want you to know in this season that you have to rest. So many of you, your minds are going wild because it does not get to rest. Your thought patterns are going wild because it don't get to rest. You have an attitude, you're ill, you the whole world, you mad at the whole world. And it ain't nobody's fault but your own, but it's because you have not had the time to just steal away. And as I said, your time that you need to do for yourself is just as good as everyone else. Take yourself out to eat, go on vacation, be with your friends, your baby daddy, your boyfriend, your husband, whomever. Just make sure you get yourself some time in. I am going to make sure that's always done, because what I realize is, in the valley times, or in the times of my isolated seasons, it is just me. I can count on my one hand of individuals who may notice, well, she ain't been on Facebook a lot, or just checking on me. I'm messaging you to check on you, just to see if you okay. I'm thinking about you. I noticed this, that, and the other. You understand? It's so easy for people to always worry about themselves. But my tasks, my assignments, okay, I'm not only worried about myself, it includes other people. But in the midst of that, you have to get a rest. Many of you have some of the same assignments that deal with people, or that deal with organizing, or that deal with the community, or that deal with in your job, that you over a certain area, like I am. I'm over certain things. Oh my God, just different things. And so you got to, plus I sit on different committees, different states, so certain things I got to try to organize. People reaching out, they want me to speak for this, they want me to do that and this. So you have to listen. When people message me and ask me something about a date, first thing I do, because everything is on my phone. I have a written a calendar that I write in. I use my stuff faithfully. But I look, if I'm not available, or if someone has booked me first, or if I have another appointment, that's just what it is. I can look and say, you know what, I'm not gonna be I'm unavailable, unfortunately, blase, blase, blah, or whatever needs to be said. But that's how you have to be about yourself. Because if you don't, and the stuff that's going on, you've been exhausted, you've been tired, this, that, and the other, you don't have to do no trip. You ain't have to go, you don't have to do nothing. But take time for you and learn that no is a complete sentence and be unapologetic about it. I am. If I can't do it, if I'm not available, if you don't get me the information that I may need before you may ask me to do something, then it just don't get done, right? Because I am an organized individual and I have certain things. I am a come out, that's not me. And if no has to be, well, no, I can't do that. Well, no, this is, then that's just what it is. So I'm encouraging you, do not feel compelled that every time that your phone rings, because that's another reason why I got different phones, because I have a business phone, right? And that at a certain amount of time, I don't answer that phone. Everybody does not have my personal phone. I don't even talk on the phone like that anyway. I don't see, sometimes people, they just talk all the time on the phone. That is not me. I love people. I'm very outgoing. But let me tell you something. When I'm home or whatever, I'm not on, it's not like that. At a certain time, I do not disturb them. That's been for years. And if you ain't in my favorites, you definitely ain't gonna get through. I mean, it'll show, and then I can respond. It's not emergency when I am available. But you have to rest, rest, rest. Rest does not always mean go to sleep. You may need to go to sleep. Some of you stay up too much. You're night owls. You don't get your appropriate rest. You might need to exercise some more. Get your adrenaline, get you some calories and different things that you need to burn off. You need to put you on the table. And so I literally was not going to get up here tonight and will say, yes, you need to talk about the importance. And I've said it before, but I got to come around. You want me to say it again? Rest, rest, rest. And it's all right. You ain't got to be on every set. You don't have to say yes to everything, because I know I don't. And I went, let me tell you, I'm going to always pencil me in all the time, right? Everybody else's emergency is not mine. And you have to be okay with understanding that not only you matter, self-care is important, your family is important, the things that you may have to do is important. A lot of stuff is going on with a lot of people's schedules at this point in time, especially with school year about to start. You need, because everybody's not going to be mindful and respectful of your time, because they're going to want you to be at their beck and call. And it does not work like that. I respect people's time. I respect when people say they can't do it, or they're not going to be able to be there, or can I come or do this? I respect that. So I'm just encouraging you to rest, rest, rest. Get the rest that you need whenever you need it. Shut stuff down. Tell people no. Don't answer the phone. And some of you, sometimes, let me say this too, because some of my notifications and different things of people I typically follow is a little bit different. But I'm gonna say this: some of you need to decrease your social media time. You're on social media too much, and there's too much time. I don't see how you can do it. It seems like every time when I do pop on, it's the same. Some of the same people, the same. Especially if you just friends, you can see some of the same people that's comment and be on everybody. It's like they monitoring the people. I don't know, but I don't have that time. So I might miss some stuff. You might see me come back days later and comment on stuff that you posted 4 or 5 days ago. That is because I missed it. Time got by. I wasn't on social media like that. So when I got a little extra time, it can be 4 or 5 days later. I go back and I will respond, because I appreciate you taking the time out to respond, to interact, to engage. And so I'm not going to let it go by. And if I do, charge it to my head and not my heart. I just don't be sitting on social media all day. And I don't understand how some of you do. I just can't do it. I got too many different things. I got too many goals. I just got too much stuff that I just can't do. But I'm encouraging you, and I hope that I came on this brief moment to just encourage you to rest. Get you win. Tell people no. You gotta tell your husband no sometimes. You gotta tell your wife no. You gotta tell your baby daddy no. You gotta tell your baby mama no. You gotta tell your boss, listen, I need to take this. Yeah, some people call it mental health day, but I need to take this day. Yeah, I'll follow back up tomorrow. I need to take a few hours. I'll be in later. Or whatever. You guys, some of you can't do that. But some of you, a lot of individuals that do work, you understand. And that's a whole nother thing about employment. But I do another lot about that later. But I just want to encourage you, get your rest, enjoy you. Some of you don't even know yourself because you're scared. You always think you got to just be around everybody, just be around people all the time. You're scared to be alone with yourself. I don't understand because I'm not. I takes me out. I look, listen, I don't get it. You don't, some people just always got to be around people. When you rest, you rest. And it may just be by yourself and it's all well and fine. But get you on your calendar. Okay. Say no, and be unapologetic about it. Be you. Tell people I holler back at you or I respond. You know, I'm out of the office or wherever you have to say. If you don't see me, respond. Whatever you got to say. And if they don't respect that, that's on them. Love them anyway. But you matter. So rest. I hope I said something this evening that encouraged you. Thank you for joining Wisdom Wednesday. I will be throughout the week posting a little bit of things, but listen, I am getting this. The second quarter of the year is coming up. I mean, not the second quarter, the last quarter of the year, the fourth quarter is coming up, September the 1st. Listen, I ain't got no time to waste, no time to play. Listen, and I'm going to make sure I get some rest. There's a lot of things getting ready to be going on, and we have to be prepared. We have to be rested up. We have to have the right mindset. We just got to, some of y'all are out here doing too many different things. And listen, when a lot of some of this stuff start going on and happening right in front of you, you missed out because you haven't taken time to rest, taken time to do what's important, prioritize stuff. You out here doing stuff that you know you don't need to be doing. But that's a whole nother conversation that we will have later. I missed y'all. I hope that you have a great rest of the week. Also, let me say this. There were that there have been individuals, and I probably post tomorrow. If I don't post tomorrow, I post Friday. They've been inboxing me about the Women on a Mission and Renovating Lives hosted event of round 4 of revealing begins. Healing begins with revealing round 4. Picture this. The information is somewhere on my news feed. What I would have to do is go back. I pin it to my news feed. That's what I probably pin it to my page. That's what I probably end up doing. But please go and get tickets. I know time is of the essence. Individuals have already been reaching out and getting tickets. So please, is limited seats, and it's for a reason. And you'll see why. Those of you that will attend, if you've been the last 2, you've been the last 3 events, listen, it's been we have had a time of empowerment, of food, of just fellowship, of crying, just a lot of different things. So please register today for the hosted event of Renovating Lives of Women on a Mission, round 4. Picture this. Hope to see you soon. See you next week, Lord.